Okay, so we're live now. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Lotus, Billy.
Hi. How's it going?
Good. So we're still figuring out this recorded hangout thing, Billy. And so what we thought we'd do today is just kind of do like a 1 hour. We're going to limit it to 1 hour because I got some stuff I got to do, and so does Lotus. But just a sort of photo talk plus video cast extra. Just hangout style. So Billy, tell us about your new series.
Well, when I start a series, I kind of like to make it into a story, and it'll have, like, I want to link images together with meaning and that. Like, that's kind of what I've been trying to do lately, and that's why I'm kind of doing images in series now. And pretty well, I don't tell anybody exactly the intent and meaning behind the series until it's over, because I kind of want people to try and figure it out on their own as I go along. And right now it's a Christmas-themed one. It's kind of a different style of editing than I've ever really done before, and it's also going to be a bit dark in theme, like the last series.
So this is your photograph. This is a new series.
Yeah, that's the first one.
And you're holding a cat.
Yep.
And where did you take...
That's one big cat. It's 21 pounds.
Is that your cat?
All dog.
Yeah, that's my cat.
Yeah. Okay, so today is Sunday though, Billy. It's not Catterday. Catterday was yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
I'm teasing. So this photograph. So is this the first in the series?
Yes, it's the first in the series. I'm calling it number 6 because I believe it's 6 days until like Christmas Eve. So I'm kind of like numbering in reverse until that. So 1 will be posted on Christmas Eve. So
okay. So on Christmas Eve, are you going to disclose more about what the series is about, or are you still going to leave
probably on Christmas Day? I'll like post an album of the images, and then I'll do like a couple paragraphs on the meaning and how things were supposed to be connected together.
It's your Christmas present to G+.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. I like this picture. How did you process this?
I don't usually use too many textures, but that one has a texture in it. I actually added a slight bit of lens flare to the left of me.
Right.
And I also did a lot with the curves to change the color. It wasn't too much of an intense edit like the last series was, but it still took me about an hour and a half of editing. I didn't time myself. The shooting actually took a little longer than normal because I like working with harder light, which I was using for the last series was mainly bare strobes on me. This time I used softened light because I didn't want it to look as intense or as dramatic as the last series.
It looks like natural light to me.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I was using 60-inch umbrellas. I have natural light coming from behind me. That's a window. And I have 2 lights on either side, 60-inch umbrellas, just to fill pretty well. A little bit of an emphasis on the left side of me, or the left of me in the picture, or the left to us. And that's where the lens flare is as well.
Yeah.
Now, where did you get the texture? Is that did you take that yourself? Did you find it somewhere?
Yeah, I found it. I don't have very many textures. I only use 2 that I have saved, and that's it.
And where did you get those?
I found them. I can't remember the site, but there was a site that I found a few free ones on. But I only have 2 of them for right now. I need to find some more textures.
Oh, okay. Do you ever take your own, like photograph your own?
No, I just haven't done much with textures before.
Yeah, I've done a little bit with textures. I've taken pictures of like walls and stuff like that. I've got a collection of them. Lotus, do you do much with textures?
I don't. I've played with them a little bit here and there, but not intensely.
And Lotus, so you had a photo walk yesterday.
Yeah, we did a photo walk in San Antonio. Jackie and I. Jackie Burrows Anderson.
Oh, let's see. Does it have a hashtag?
Yeah, if you go to SA Photo Walk or San
Yes.
Antonio Photo Walk,
SA photo walk.
you can see that people have started posting their photos from that. And there's some really, really nice shots. It's beautiful in that area at this time of year, so it was a really great place to walk.
So this is the walk. Oh, this is the river. It's like a boat on the river, huh?
Yeah, we followed the river walk for a great deal of the time because the lights are so beautiful all around there. You can see they've got the trees racked in lights.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. So these are Siggy Regner's photos.
Yeah. That's Jackie.
Oh, that's Jackie sitting down with the sign?
No, on the last photo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got it wrong. It's Will marry for food and health insurance. Okay. Olaf, how's it going, man?
Oh, not too bad. I'm taking a break from photo editing. Jesus Christ. There's so much crap removal to do on my shot from yesterday.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
So this is one of John Chandler's photos. He's got some great ones already posting in the stream. Not pretty?
Yeah, that's beautiful. What is this? Is this the inside of a hotel?
I think it was like a mall. We kind of cut through here on our way over to the Alamo.
Uh-huh. That's cute.
Yeah, we started off in La Vallita, and there is this really old church there, and there were like weddings going on back to back. So we had a lot of people got some shots of like Flower Girl, and this was afterwards, so she has her jacket on, but you'll probably see photos of her in her little dress and some of the bridesmaids and stuff like that later.
I'm gonna
If you tag, don't do that.
I'm joking. Come on now. I wouldn't do that. Don't you hate it when people tag you and you're not really in the photo?
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
like that.
I get that a lot.
Limited.
Like lately, a lot of people have been tagging me and they've been sending me messages, and I don't know what the heck to do right now.
Oh, isn't
Now,
this great?
this is amazing. This is Chris Saders.
Yeah, Chris actually gave me a ride to San
wow.
Antonio, so that was really cool. But isn't that a beautiful shot?
Look at the processing on that. That's so well done.
Yeah, that's really neat.
The texture. This was Little Village of San Antonio. So is this like a entryway to San Antonio or something?
No, it's just a little market, a little village down there near the Riverwalk.
Oh, that's nice.
No, actually, you have to go through that archway right there to get into San Antonio.
Oh, and who is this person, Lotus?
Some random person outside the Alamo.
Nice. It looks like she's spending more time on her phone than she is taking pictures, though, doesn't it?
There's probably a camera in her phone. She might be updating her G Plus stream right as that photo is taken.
Oh, nice. Here's another one by John Chandler. The heart. That's nice.
Yeah.
Red. Nice and red. Here's one. 1964 Rolls Royce. This looks familiar to me.
Is that
You
your ride,
commented on that photo already.
Is that your ride, Lotus?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? No, this was parked outside the church where that wedding was happening. That's a.
Trey Ratcliffe was at the wedding. He brought his car in.
That was very funny. That was an iPhone photo that I posted while I was out on the walk with Camera Plus app.
Trey is going to not like you taking pictures of his car.
He doesn't care if I take pictures of his car.
Okay, so this is nice. So there you are, Lotus. You look like you're kind of like crazy. What are you doing?
Is that surprising?
You're going. Who is this? Who is this person that you're kind of lunging towards?
That's Jackie throwing her leg up on me.
We should tag her while we're here.
Yeah.
Jackie. Jackie.
That's her right there.
All right, she's been tagged. Okay, so that's the crew.
Jackie on the live broadcast.
What's that about Jackie?
Did you tag Jackie on a live broadcast?
That happens sometimes. And then here's another one of yours, Lotus. That's great. Hey, Olaf, how come you're not drinking Coors beer like you were last night?
You know, you can only drink so much beer in a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Then you gotta switch over to gin or today's vodka, but, you know, something a little bit more refreshing.
Yeah, that vodka, it's so refreshing.
It is, really. You know, you get the tonic in there, it's nice and sparkly, and...
So, Lotus, did you actually see Pee Wee's bike?
I did. I did.
Did you?
It's all, yeah, it's an amazing sight. You got to go to the Alamo and go to the basement. You can see it too.
Sorry, Billy, did you see the Pee Wee movie? Pee Wee Herman?
No, I didn't.
I don't think he was born yet.
Billy, you should watch that. It's a
You
good
should.
movie.
Just so you can learn the tequila dance.
Yeah, tequila.
And this is dinner, I guess, huh?
Yes,
Where did you guys go to dinner?
Azuka.
Azuka, nice.
Yeah, it was really good.
Terrific. Here's another photo from Chris Sater, a tree. Oh, there's some nice tree lights. Oh, look at this one. Who's that again?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a bathroom selfie. Look at that, 104 plus ones, Lotus. It's
Nice.
impressive.
Look at the comment right up towards the top. Really narcissistic.
Nice.
Really?
Whatever.
narcissistic, But you're cute. I think Oigi Putra has a little crush on you, Lotus.
That's
Mira has a crush on Lotus, so.
to display a crush by starting in with
Really
really
narcissistic.
narcissistic.
Oh, here's one. Here's Menhazu Abedin says, please call. I think he wants a telephone call from you,
I
Lotus.
tried to call him, but I couldn't find his number.
He wants a little friendly call. So this is nice. Then we have our Trey's car again. The Alamo again.
Yeah,
More
those are
Lotus.
reshares of that.
Oh, reshares. Where is
They
this?
show up in the stream too because it's still got the tag on
The
it.
tag, right.
Where is this? I like this a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
I
What is it?
actually took that photo a different time. That's also from San Antonio, though. It's in a restaurant called Mi Tierra, which is a really great cafe and bakery where you can get amazing Mexican food and wonderful margaritas the size of your head.
That sounds like you would enjoy, Lotus.
I love Mi Tierra. But the inside of it is every room has a different theme, and there's all crazy decorations and things hanging from the ceilings like this in every single room of that restaurant. There's several different rooms. And then the room in the back by the bar has all these huge murals of people painted all over the walls. It's really, really amazing place to go to take photos as well as to eat and drink.
Yeah, it looks like their ceiling is just spectacular. Now, you titled it, She Felt Like a Girl, a Gift, Ready to be Unwrapped. What is that all about?
It's the title of the photo.
All right. Okay, so it looks like an interesting photo walk, that's for sure.
I mean, we had a lot of fun last night. The Riverwalk was beautiful, and getting to hang out with everybody and talking to people and just enjoying that time together is just always really fun to do on photo walks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So when's your next photo walk?
Oh, I haven't planned it yet. It'll probably be sometime in either mid to late January or early February.
I wanted to do one down in Los Angeles, but I'm not going to have time. I'm going down Thursday.
You don't have time to do one, though?
I don't think I do.
That's a bummer.
Let's look
Yeah,
at some
no.
pictures of Olaf. Olaf, so was this photo one that you took yesterday when you were flying?
Yeah, that was shot out of the back of a little Cessna 172. Yeah, that was Kat's birthday present. As I bought her an introductory flight lesson,
Yeah.
Wow.
and
Isn't that
so
delightful?
we got to I got to, I paid an extra $50 or whatever, and got to sit in the back seat and take photos the whole time. So it was like a win-win birthday present.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now, when you were up in the plane, was there a very good window to shoot out of, or what was the?
Oh, it's freaking horrible. If I had known ahead of time, I would have brought a bottle of Windex.
Wow.
I spent, even just this one as it is, and I may go back and do some more editing on it because it's just there was just dirt everywhere on the windows. It's horrible. And then the window has like a slight blue tint to it, so you have to overcome that as well.
Right.
I love that photo.
Look at that, though. That is something. That's nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was one I actually waited. I saw it coming around. We were flying around. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to wait for that shot and wait for that shot and wait for that shot. And I'm glad it worked because it's one of those you get like 10 seconds to shoot it, just lined up.
Now, it looks pretty clear to me. You said the windows was pretty bad?
Yeah.
Huh. It looks pretty clear to me.
I did a lot of spot removal.
Yeah.
To get all the, there's like, there would be like little, how when you get like dust on your sensor?
Right.
It was, it's that kind of stuff. You just got to go through and like find the little spots and.
Now, is it pretty easy to fly over these bridges? They're the aviation people and whatnot. They're cool at it?
Oh yeah, they don't have a problem with it. We basically just, the instructor just basically told the towers that, all right, we're doing a tour, and we're flying this way, and they were cool with it.
So, how low is this? As low as you can go, or could she have flown lower if she wanted to?
She might have been able to fly lower. This was at 2,000 feet, roughly.
2,000 feet.
Give or take a few hundred. But that's about where they like to fly.
Huh.
Anything above that, you start getting into restricted airspace, so that you have to start filing, flight plans and do all kinds of, weird FAA rules with stuff. Because the Bay Area particularly is really just a pain in the ass to fly into because you've got so many different airspaces you have to go through.
Right. So here she is doing her lesson. That's beautiful. Look at that.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's for the Marin Headland side.
What might be kind of cool with this would be to do like a little tilt shift or something.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I didn't think about that.
Have you ever used the software package FX Photo Studio Pro?
I have not seen that one, no. I haven't played with that one yet.
You should check it out. I think there's like a 30-day free trial.
Okay.
And it's I've been using it. I've been really happy with it.
Yeah.
And you can just use drag and drop. So when you're done with the image, they have one for tilt shift, and you just drag your image over it and it automatically applies the tilt shift effect on it.
Oh, cool. I know there's a website or two that kind of does that too, and I've played with those a little bit, but that hasn't been mine.
Yeah. This one has a lot of different effects, so it's pretty cool.
I have to check that out.
That is nice. I like this. Oh, and look at that. Well, this is great. And it only cost you $50 to ride along?
Yeah. I got a deal on the initial flight on her deal on her lesson.
Right.
I think it's normally about $200 for a flight, for just to book a flight.
Right.
And then I think I got it for about half off or something like that. It was like $90, $100.
Now they allow you to drink like this before flying?
No, this was actually we did a little mini photo walk. A couple of that's John Getchell and Elizabeth Hahn and
Elizabeth and John and Kat. Yeah.
And
where is this?
We wandered around Old Sacramento on that was Friday night. So it's been a photo weekend. I haven't even processed half the photos from that night yet. That's a little hole-in-the-wall bar just in the middle of Sacramento. You'd walk right past it if you weren't looking for it.
Huh. Now, so tell me about these flights. Can anybody do them? Is it
yeah.
And they'll take like any photographer up there for $50?
No. It would be normally it's about $200 to for like I said, a quote-unquote a flight lesson. Basically, it's
Right.
an introductory, try to get people to get interested in civil aviation.
Right.
So you talk some, suckered into to going, hey, you want to go fly an airplane? And then it's an extra $50 just to, sit in the back seat and hang out.
So how many seats do they have in it? Just one? in the back?
This was a Cessna 172, and it's a 4-seater.
Okay.
But the back seat is so narrow that I would almost recommend you do it by yourself, because I could literally lean over and shoot out both windows.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Huh, well, that's pretty cool. I would pay $50 to go up in an airplane like that. And
Yeah, I'd pay. I think it's just for the flight. I'd pay more than that.
Right.
I
Could
would-
you shoot better being in the front seat than the back seat?
Well, I would say on those planes, yes. I've got a buddy of mine who's got a pilot's license, and I've been able to shoot out the front in the past, but nowhere actually interesting like that.
Right.
And the front seat has the advantage of the windows pop out, so you can crack the window open and actually get your lens in between the perspex, the Lexan and the body, and shoot and the side of the airplane to shoot down without anything in the way.
Huh. That's
But
interesting.
I think it'd be kind of cool to actually just organize a trip with one of the bigger planes if we could get somebody to fly it.
Now, would one of the bigger planes, would it be easy enough to shoot out of the window?
I'm kind of wondering about that, but if we got like I know there's like 12-seater single and dual engine aircraft.
I went up one time at the Dream Machine show in Half Moon Bay. Actually, Robert Scoble paid for me, which was really nice of him.
Oh yeah.
And we went up, but it was just like a little, I want to say like a 15-minute flight, and it was pretty expensive, I remember.
Yeah.
And they sort of flew you around the Half Moon Bay Airport. There wasn't even really much time to get much there.
Yeah.
I did get a few aerial shots. Let me see this here. Half Moon Bay. And I've taken shots from commercial flights, of
Yeah.
course,
Uh huh.
and those are kind of interesting.
Yeah, I've done that once or twice. There's like one I've been really happy with, but with the dual windows on those things, it's really difficult to get anything good out of them.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, like here's one. Did I take this one? Yeah, this was. Yeah, see, this could be a lot better, but this was one of Scoble's shots actually that he got, and it's just not very sharp. Let me share it. But it's an interesting shot for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could see where if it worked right, you could do something really nice with this.
Oh wow, yeah, that's not bad. I mean, shooting out windows of those things, he must have been pretty low on that one.
Yeah, but it's cool because of all the cars and you're overhead,
Right.
and you get sort of a interesting dynamic going on there. Oops, I still have you on. Well, let me put this on the screen here because we're recording this. There's the shot there. But I love aerial photography. It's great.
Oh yeah, it's a challenge, but it's a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to doing more of it.
That was in the Dream Machine show in 2009. I love shooting car shows. Do you guys ever shoot any car shows?
I've been to like some of the local ones, and that's actually kind of fun. Just a little, yeah, like what you've got just in your montage there, just little aspects of the cars.
Yeah.
And just the kind of the details that they put into those things, and just highlighting that, this aspect of that aspect is always fun.
Do you guys have you guys played around with Cool Iris at all?
Oh, that's the wall thing, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, it does not have there's not a good. I don't think it's on Chrome yet, which is why I stopped sort of using it over the years.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. Let me see once this loads. I'll show you.
Yeah, I played with it when it first came out. Some of the gallery tools and whatnot can incorporate that.
Yeah, so you just kind of, it's like a wall of photos, you know, that you can just kind of scroll through. I mean, it's a slick way to look at photos.
Oh yeah, just to get a complete overview and then pop everything out when you want to.
Yeah, then you can pick one. It's going really, really slow right now. I'm assuming because I'm streaming a Hangout too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, when it first came out, it was a real memory hog, and I had to disable the plugin.
Right.
Because it would actually do that on a Google search, even if you did image search with a plugin, you could bring up your image search and just scroll through the whole thing that way. And it was really cool, but
yeah, it's going so slow right now. It won't even load. That's crazy. Huh. I think it's because I'm streaming Hangout. It's probably just like too much. I think, wouldn't it be great if like Google had a gallery like this as a way to look at our photos?
I think it would be kind of a cool thing, or at least if they even supported Cool Iris, where you could go through that.
Right, in Chrome. Try another one, see if this one will load.
I don't know how hard that would be to do in HTML5 or whatever, because I don't do that. I don't program to like that stuff, but it would be.
Yeah, it just will not load these images. It's like it loads a rough version like this that's blurry.
Right.
But normally, if I wasn't streaming a Hangout, normally it would
just pop right out. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd pop right out. Maybe if I try, let me quit a few things. Let's see if I can cut down on my bandwidth. Well, anyways. So what other cool new photography toys have you guys been playing with? Anything new? Anything fun?
No, I've been just trying to like really flesh out my kit more than anything else. It's all the mundane stuff,
I've been trying to come up with concepts and for series and that.
Yeah. Well, I have a series, as far as photography concepts. I came up with a series last night, and I'm really putting myself on the hook for it by posting about it this morning. But that's going to be a two-year-long project, so and it's going to be kind of just something else in addition to everything else that I want to do as I go along.
Tell us about that. What are you doing with that?
I want to photograph everybody. I want to photograph all of you people. Kat and I are in a position where we're actually leaving the house and going out and doing hangouts and doing things again, and not being like the complete recluse introverts that we've been for so long. And what I want to do is it's almost inspired, almost like a Richard Avedon portrait thing, but on another level. What I want to do is I want to have everybody that I meet give me a one-sentence description of yourself, and I want to take that photograph.
And when you say everybody you meet, these are people on Google+, these are just anybody in general?
Well, a lot of it's Google+, but also just people in general, too. We do hang out on other websites occasionally, and, just, friends, family, just anybody that will answer the question for me.
And so how would that be presented photographically, then, the sentence?
My current plan is I want to do a gallery on G+, and have every, if somebody's on G+, I'll tag them in the photo, but every photograph will have that one sentence as the title. So you can
Okay,
just flip through and see every person, and this is me. This is how I describe myself in one line.
So but it wouldn't be on the print. It would be below the print, below
Right.
the photograph.
Yeah, below the
Right.
print. Yeah.
So this is what I would describe me in one line.
Right.
Okay. So that's
It's a really tough question.
Yeah. Now, how have you come up with the answer for yourself? Like what you would?
No, because I'm the photographer. I don't have no.
Well, you should have a self-portrait in there, no, or no?
That's probably going to be the one I start with.
Yeah.
Is just you know, so that particularly people on Google will see that, and this is the start of my project. This is me, and
Yeah.
I don't quite have an answer for that because it's really hard to be succinct.
Now, will people as part of the project, will each person have a rating based on like how well you like them, like 1
No.
to 10 or something?
No, just straight up.
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Yeah, I know. No, this is just straight up. I want people to think about themselves and how they present themselves to the world, and and try to capture a combination of how they see themselves and how I see them, and how I see them see themselves, and just kind of that melding. And it's not always going to be pretty,
Right.
but I want it to be real.
I saw a book one time in up at Powell's bookstore in Portland that had it was an interesting book. On one side of the page was somebody dressed, and on the other side of the page was somebody naked.
Oh, I've seen those I think I've seen that before. Yeah.
For the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the photographer, and I've never been able to find the book next. Maybe somebody else knows knows who that photographer is, but it was like really unusual people. Like it wasn't made to be like, here's a Wall Street broker, investment banker, and here's a fireman, and here's a waitress, and it's kind of an interesting project.
I have seen that is somewhere on the internet. I've seen it.
Have you?
Yeah.
I wonder who that photographer is, because I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. So does anybody have anything on their Christmas list for photography toys they want?
Mine is more of a long term. I'm going to get a full frame sensor next year.
Ah.
Once the taxes are done and all that. I'd like to find a deal on like a Mark II.
Yeah. So you're shooting Canon right now, right? Okay.
I've got a 40D, and Kat's been coveting the, if nothing else, the frame, the LCD size on it, and she's got a 20D, and it's not nearly as nice. I mean, between the 20D and the 40D is like a huge upgrade.
Yeah, I think so.
And the 60s have that stupid plastic body with the metal underframe, and I don't think I want some heft to it. I wouldn't want to upgrade to that.
Lotus, what are you shooting with now?
iPhone.
No, can she hear us?
I think she's muted.
Oh, she's probably muted. Lotus?
Sorry, I have a 5-year-old who's been screaming in the background, so I had myself muted.
Oh, how lovely.
I use
Recorded on YouTube for all prosperity, right? Posterity. So, Lotus, what camera are you using now?
a Canon 7D.
The Canon 7D. How do you like that?
I love it. It's a great camera.
Do you have anything on your wish list for Christmas that you want, photographically speaking? What's the next
about
thing you want?
$7,000 worth of lenses on my wish list on a regular basis.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, do you?
Because you don't get to get them for Christmas.
Do you guys all have? Does everybody here have an Amazon.com wish list?
I had one. I have one, but I haven't updated it in a couple of years because I keep forgetting about it.
All the stuff on my wish list is photography related. You have one, Billy?
No, but I have my own list of camera stuff I want to eventually get.
It's always good if you can get people to buy you things on your wish list.
Yes. But, I'm not pretty enough, so.
Actually, I've only had one person, I think, ever buy me something on my wish list, but that was very nice that somebody did that. Let's see, so these are the things on my wish list for Christmas this year. Where is it at here?
Hello, Doug.
Hey, Olaf, how you doing?
Doug, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you?
Good. So
Billy
these are the things on my wish list at Amazon.com that I want right now. So, Doug, in case you're feeling generous,
I got one
The
of
first-
those too. Yeah.
the first thing is
You have
the
to buy
Canon.
this monkey mask if you take pictures of yourself in it.
People cannot buy me the monkey mask. At least $6, right? Really. So this Canon, the Canon EF100 f2.8 ISM USM 1.1 macro. In fact, I think Chris Chabot just bought this lens. I read in a post, but I have the old version of this, the 100mm f2.8, which I love, but not the L. And this is it's almost $900, which is a lot. But I love the old version of this lens, the f2.8. It's non-L. It's a wonderful macro. I've done so many great macro photographs with it. So that's one of the things I want. I want this book by William Eggleston. Do you guys like William Eggleston? Do you guys know him?
I'm not familiar.
William Eggleston is certainly one of my biggest influences. He's he's most well known. He had the first color photography show in the history of the MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art in New York. And so I think it was 68 or so, 1968. And it was quite controversial. He did the show, and like Ansel Adams really took offense, and actually wrote a letter complaining to I think Skarkowski, who was the curator at the time.
I just watched that movie about him you recommended.
Oh, how did you like it, Doug?
Well, the movie is a challenge because it's so damn slow.
It is kind of slow, yeah, I know.
But I thought he was a really interesting guy, and I could see you out there shooting some of that same stuff.
Yeah, I really like his style. Shooting the mundane and the ordinary, and focusing more on color, less maybe on the scene. But anyways, William Eggleston did a book early on. He did some work with black and white, and there's a book of his black and white photographs called Before Color. So I want that. Paul Graham. Do you guys know Paul Graham? Another great photographer.
Yep.
I want his book. I want some of these masks, this monkey mask and this pig mask. I'd like to do pictures with those,
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'd buy you one if you took a picture of yourself in it.
Oh, I would. That's a deal.
You got to post it public, though.
It looks like the adult deluxe pig mask is currently unavailable, so that's not going to happen.
That's always that's a shame.
Invisible Circus. So I don't know if you guys know her. Michelle. Do you guys know Michelle?
No.
Lotus, you know Michelle.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know
Right. She's not as active on Google Plus, I think, recently, but she's a very good friend of mine. She's active on
She
Flickr.
circled me recently, so she's
Oh,
around.
did she? Yeah, maybe she's going to post more here. I hope so.
I hope she does.
What's that, Lotus?
I hope she does. I've been trying to get her to.
Yeah, she's great. We had such a great time. We had just this amazing weekend down in Miami. I guess last year. Was it last year? It feels like it's maybe been 2 years. But she had this rabbit mask, which I loved, and she's done a bunch of portraits of people in this rabbit mask that are wonderful. But I thought a monkey would be cool, and I posted this week a photo of a monkey mask that I took at a place called Laughing something or other up in Sonoma, a mask store. I want this book by Robert Adams, who's another photographer that I like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a Gary Fong. Has anybody ever shot with a Gary Fong?
Yeah, I've got one of those Tupperware things.
What do you think of it, Doug? You like it?
You know, I liked it when I got it. I've had it for quite a while, but I think there are better things out there. And
You think so?
And it's also bulky. It's really hard to carry around because it's so damn big, even when you collapse it.
I've done hardly nothing with my Speedlight flash. I don't know. I need to spend more time even learning how to use it.
Yeah.
But I thought, everybody says these little Gary Fong things are cool. I figured I'd give it a try. It's like $45. You can't go wrong with that. Canon, the 35 millimeter f1.4.
Ooh,
That's another great L lens.
Yeah.
I shot that. Chris Chabot let me borrow his, and I shot some photos on that.
Yeah,
Shelby Lee Adams. Does anybody know the photographer Shelby Lee Adams?
No.
He's great. He shoots in Appalachia,
Mhm.
and there's a wonderful movie out, a film out that I would highly recommend. What's the name of that film? Let's see. I rented it on Netflix before. It's called. I'll look it up. Oh jeez, I gotta sign into
While you're doing that, I actually, I copied that list of films that you put out about a month or two ago. And
that was
I've
from
been,
Conan.
yeah, I've been working my way through it, and I'm about 3/4 through the Warhol documentary, which is pretty good. And,
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah, it was a PBS show actually, and
Yeah, that was.
there's some great films in there.
Yeah, Shelby. Unfortunately, I'm having to re-sign into all this stuff that I'm normally signed in for because. Here we go. Because it's. I'm on Firefox because there's like a bug right now that if you're doing a Hangout in Chrome and you try to use like another browser window of Chrome, it just doesn't work.
It must be for the person who starts the Hangout, because I've been using Chrome all along on Mac.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't have a
So
problem.
here's the Netflix page on this movie, The True Meaning of Pictures, Shelby Lee Adams, Appalachia. But he goes into Appalachia, and he's from there, so that's like his background. So he's been able to like over 20 years or so to bond with these families and whatnot.
Right.
And he just has the documentary goes through his photography. I mean, he gets to shoot some just crazy stuff, just absolutely crazy. Like they butcher a pig. Like they have like these fakirs with like rattlesnakes. One guy gets bit, by the rattlesnakes, and he's just all this really crazy stuff that goes on in Appalachia. And it's been somewhat controversial because some people feel that like what he's doing is very exploitive, because these are incredibly poor people and they're quite different than Americans you find anywhere else in America.
Yeah.
And so it's there's been some criticism of his work because of that. But I thought his photographs are just outstanding. So that's another book I want for Christmas this year. Juke Joint with a lot of neon in it. David Lynch. I like David Lynch's photographs. Have anybody seen David Lynch's photographs?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
The guy who did Blue Velvet and Twin Peaks and all
Yeah.
that. He does. He shot a lot of abandoned stuff. More recently.
Really?
Yeah. Gets into some really crazy place. Many have called this Walker Evans book. I'd like to get. This book, if it's the one I'm thinking of, let me look at it. I think this is his Subway book. Yeah, so this is an interesting book. Walker Evans, many are called. Are you guys familiar with Walker Evans, the great American photographer?
Yep.
One of the major influences of most serious fine art photographers in America. Walker Evans, he used like a hidden camera in the subways in York, so people didn't know they were being photographed. And then he made these are what these photos are, which is kind of interesting. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Taking pictures of people without them knowing it, like secretly.
I do that sometimes when I'm doing street stuff, but so it's kind of a catch-22. It can only be done for art. It's almost something I can never even sell a print of, a lot of that sort of thing. Just because, but I love the idea of just capturing those emotions and, whatever it is that they're doing, that real life aspect of, of things without, because as soon as you engage them, it's different.
Right.
Right. So, if you, without being a complete stalker, if you can, stand by the sidelines and just capture them and doing whatever it is that they're doing, it really makes for something, I think, almost special because it's just people being people.
Yeah, I've done some photography like this. I've done photography before where I'll hide the fact that I'm shooting. I'll put the camera around my neck and I'll use a cable release in my pocket that I can shoot from my hand in my pocket. Now, it's hard because you're not using the viewfinder when you do that, and so it's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
But if you use a wide-angle lens or something that has a lot more room for error, and if you don't have to worry too much about autofocus, like you shoot like at f8 or something like that, I think you can get, and you can get some stuff you can work with and crop.
Well, what I'll do oftentimes is I'll grab like my 100 to 300.
Yeah.
And just stand back a little bit where, you know, you're maybe 50, 70 feet away.
Yeah.
So they're not even aware of you. And you just got to kind of wait for those moments where there's nobody walking by or doing anything else, because you know, I've done just street stuff where I'll go out with my 50 and that's all I'll have on for the day.
Yeah.
Well, we've probably all done that stuff, you know, shooting across the street against a flat wall of street art. You know, you find a nice Banksy or something and you shoot people walking past it.
Oh, I love those stuff. That's one of my favorite types of shot. Is like,
yeah, you know, you shoot square onto the wall, you know, exactly perpendicular. It's a lot of fun.
Right. I love taking that shot. I've got hundreds of those.
Yeah.
In various places, and it's great. Yeah, if you get the right wall and someone's walking by and you catch it just right and their gait's just right.
But that's a lot different because that's not very intimate with the person.
Yeah.
They're a shape at that point. You're just trying to capture a human shape, as opposed to, you know, riding on the subway, sitting opposite someone and getting a very intimate shot that they don't know about. That's a very different thing.
Yeah, that's actually really hard. The few times I've been on BART in the last couple of years, since I've been really getting back into photography, I've ended up engaging people and just like, hey, you know, I want to take your photograph. You know, I've been sitting here stuck in this little seat and I'm watching the way the light plays off your face, and can I just do a little portrait of you real quick, kind of thing.
Yeah, this is another book that I want. Larry Sultan, The Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know Larry Sultan? Does anybody here know Larry Sultan? Mm-hmm. Larry Sultan, he died, I think, last year, maybe the year before. He did a wonderful series. I first saw it at the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, the SF MoMA, a number of years back, maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. And he basically went and shot porn sets down in the San Fernando Valley.
Oh, wow.
And the photographs are incredibly documentary in nature.
Uh-huh.
Like there'll be like a porn actress just like absolutely exhausted after working, you know, 8 hours straight and just sleeping on the set. And he did a great job sort of bringing out sort of the human element that's sort of underneath just regular people working in the porn industry.
That sounds fascinating, actually.
Yeah, it's the images that I saw on the show were wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful, and they're very authentic, and they're, you know, there's kind of this sort of cheesy set, you know, but it's like a behind-the-scenes view of that industry.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, adult-oriented content, though.
Yeah.
You got a pretty good list. Pretty good list, Thomas.
Yeah, those are some of the things that I want this year.
I asked Santa Claus for one of those. Is it a skirt or a tent? That thing that you were talking to Trey had a while ago, which is the black fabric thing you put up against a window so you can shoot through a window without reflections.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's always been a pain in the ass. I usually end up using my hands to cup the lens.
I've used all sorts of things, but somebody actually makes something for about $45.
Huh? That might actually be worthwhile. Is it lens specific, or is it something
No, it just wraps around the lens. I'll find it for you.
Yeah, because I don't have a wide angle right now, a super wide, but I've been renting them a lot lately.
Oh, I like this. Look, photos of Doug with I'm in the #1 spot. Look at that, Thomas Hahn. Here we photos of you and me, Doug, than you and anybody. I like that.
Hang on, I gotta get back to that window.
That's what it says. Thomas, I'm number one, then Sly, and then Charlie, then Chris, Joe
Oh, there you
Azur.
go.
There we go. That's good. You know what I don't like about the you photos of whoever with feature on Google Plus? It caps out at 25.
Oh, really?
So there'll be more pictures of you than 25. But if you've got more than 25 pictures with someone, like Lotus, I think there's more than 25 pictures of you and I together.
Oh, there's got to be like 150,000 of you two together.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Lotus is always making me pose for pictures with her, and I'm kidding.
Hey, Olaf, there's the lens skirt in chat.
All right, okay.
But guys, I hate to hang out and run, but I really am off to a movie.
All right, guys.
See you
Off
later.
to see Clooney.
That's kind of a cool thing, Doug. Thanks. And you guys
What are you
have a
gonna
good night,
see?
man.
What movie?
The Descendants, George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the I mentioned in chat. We have this thing. We have to see all the Academy Award nominated best films, which used to be easy because there were only 5. Now they're going to be 10.
Ah.
So we
That's a
gotta-
long night.
Well, not all at once. No.
Oh, okay.
Between now and the Oscars, we have to do it. So.
That's what a great thing to do. That's great.
Yeah. My wife and I both film buffs, so.
That's
I
cool.
love films. I have watched very few in the last 5 or 6 years though, because I've just had so much photography stuff to do.
Well, I kind of got out of it because the number of really good ones are either few and far between or just hard to find now, it seems like. You know,
It seems like every year there's a couple of good ones though. Like I love No Country for Men and There Will Be Blood.
hmm
You know, so there's some big movies that come out still that I think are very well done. I'm like the
Go
worst.
see Tinker Tailor was pretty good this year.
Tinker Tailor.
The new version of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy was quite good.
Hmm.
All right, I'm going.
All right, Doug.
Nice, Doug.
See ya.
Bye all. And don't say too much, Billy.
Did he say don't shave too much, Billy?
Don't say too much.
Or don't
Yeah.
say too much?
Well, Billy's been sitting here just kind of, soaking in the atmosphere or something.
Well,
We talked to Billy earlier.
Oh, okay.
now what is that echo? I hear an echo. You guys hear that?
Yeah, I hear that too.
Who's that? Who's doing the echo?
Is that me or I'm not hearing it on my side? So
Huh.
I heard one earlier,
I
but
hear it on
it went away.
probably me. I wonder if I put headphones in. See if this is heard.
I've got a weirdness complaint about the way that Google does the photos from posts thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed if you click the photos from your posts button, you get like maybe 2 months. I think it goes back to the 20th of October right now for me. But if you go to your albums and click photos from posts, that album, it goes all the way back.
I thought they fixed that.
Not for me anyway.
So here's my photos from posts. Here, let me share my screen.
Hello, Todd.
Hello.
Hey Todd, how's it going?
Hey,
Hi.
nice to meet you. Hi,
So
Bill.
here are my photos from posts. If I scroll all the way down, all of it just keeps going. It doesn't end.
Did you click the photos from your posts or from
Yeah.
your albums? I missed that part.
No, I'm looking at photos from posts.
No,
Oh,
how did you
interesting.
get there is the question.
Oh, how did I get there? Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about. You're talking about if you go there on the left. No, I'm talking about if you go so you
you
guys
go
can
to
see my
album.
screen. So see my screen now?
Right.
Albums, it will scroll forever, but if he goes through the link on the sidebar, it doesn't. That's what he said.
Right.
That's correct.
It's a weird
so-
quirk.
Okay, but you see here where it says photos.
Right.
If you click on photos from post here, this photo right here,
Uh-huh.
it will pull up everything.
Okay, interesting.
But I think what you're talking about is if you go to,
If you go to photos and then hit your out, yeah.
well, if you're actually in something over on the left, over here, photos from your posts.
Right, if you hit that, it doesn't go back. It goes back about 2 months.
Right, and that's a bug. You know, for a while they got rid of that sort of unlimited scroll,
Yeah, and it
but
hasn't
then
come
they
back
put
here
it
yet.
back. But yeah, it hasn't come back here. But you're right. This should page.
Right.
Geez, I'm still hearing that echo. You guys hear that echo?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder where that's coming from. Let me try something here.
It's not me
I'm gonna
because
mute.
it continued even when I had myself muted. So.
It didn't? Let's try it. I'm going to mute you for a second, Olaf.
Okay.
Okay, did it go away?
No.
Olaf, can you talk? Are you
Yeah, I
muted?
can talk.
Oh, he's not muted then.
Here, let me mute.
Oh, wait, hold on. Mute now.
I just had myself muted. I just had
Okay.
myself muted, and it wasn't me.
Okay, so it went away now. I think it's Olaf.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Do you have headphones you can wear?
Olaf?
I had
Go ahead.
I can try and find some.
Yeah, see if you can find some. Because there's a ton of feedback, at least I'm getting, from, I think, the sound that's coming out of your speakers.
Interesting. Okay. Let me mute myself and go wander off for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. Todd, what's going on?
Hey,
Okay, I can probably take my headphones off now. Because I don't think I was a problem.
Well, not the problem about that.
hey, not too
Tom,
much. This
wait.
is actually my first hangout. Yeah,
You're
I got a bit of a delay because I'm in Italy.
You're in Italy.
Yeah.
Nice. So what have you been working on, Todd? Here's some of your photos. I just +1'd a few of your photos earlier today.
Well, I'm working on the photo death match this week, which is going on tomorrow with Karen Nelson. That'll be fun.
Ah.
You know, I did notice that.
I saw some of these earlier today. I think that's where I saw you on somebody's post about the deathmatch, and I clicked through to your account just today. I hadn't looked at your stuff before. So you live in Italy, Todd?
Yeah, I'm still getting a pretty long delay, and then a long echo after that. So it's a little bit hard to follow what you're saying. I do indeed live in Italy.
You do. Are these like Italian street portraits here? Yeah, it seems like it has to go a long way to Italy.
This is actually in Odessa, Ukraine, that you're looking at right now.
Oh.
And that is, yeah, this is in, now you're in Romania.
Interesting.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the light.
I love the composition here. You know, it's I guess it's the classic third 2/3, isn't it?
Pretty close.
But it's you know, it reminds me of a lot of, you know, with this sort of extreme wide angle like this. It reminds me of like Andreas Gursky type stuff he does. Flower shots. That's interesting. That's HDR, right?
Yes, this one is in Gaeta, Italy, and that is an HDR. You know, a little, fairly subtle. I don't usually like to blow things out too much.
Billy, do you use HDR?
Not anymore.
No.
I haven't done one in a very long time. Like I have posted one on Google Plus that was like from 2008. I've actually posted a few, come to think of it. But I haven't done it in over a year.
So, Sweet O had a comment, and she wants to know, do I know much about this product? Professor Corey's Light Scoop standard version of bounce flash device. That's interesting. I don't know anything at all about this. Anything at all about this product? You know, lighting is just not my thing.
I had a friend who had that for a while, and she said she really liked it. I don't have any detailed information about it, but I remember her getting it and saying that it was just really great.
Huh. So I guess these are pictures that people used it. So there's a difference. That looks interesting. We need to have David Hobby give us advice on whether or not to buy this, the Strobist.
It would be
And
cool
then-
to get them on here.
And then Heidi is asking if we could reshare the list of films that Doug mentioned. I put that on Google Plus. Where is that list? Let me see. Finding things on Google Plus is a little bit tricky sometimes for me.
Kind of ironic since it's all built by Google, the famous search people.
Right, isn't it? Photography,
Okay, how's that?
films. Much better.
Definitely
Okay.
better.
Sorry for the delay.
Search.
I haven't used this thing in a couple of years.
No problem at all. Yeah, see, I searched photography, films, Thomas Hawk. What would I search for to find that post that I made about photography
And
movies?
did any of the films have a unique name?
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me try Shelby Lee Adams, or let me. Yeah, he was one. Shelby Lee Adams. Thomas Hawk. Oh, you're smart. Look at that. So I found Eric. I found a lot of the reshares though, but oh, here it is, right here. Who's told me to suggest that? Was that Billy? Or was
The
that
what?
Was that Todd who said to suggest?
That was Todd.
Nice work, Todd. Okay, so here is. I'm going to share this in the chat room. And what did I call this? This was 10 great films for photographers to watch. This was the one Doug was talking about earlier.
Okay.
I'll post a link to that. So the 10 great films that I have on this list are William Eggleston in the Real World, which is a wonderful. I should probably take this thing off this cat.
Yeah, Saturday was yesterday.
That's right. William Eggleston's in the Real World, which is a wonderful documentary. I mean, we talked about Eggleston a little bit, but it's a wonderful documentary. I like in the documentary when they kick William Eggleston out of the supermarket. He's like in there shooting in the supermarket, and the guy's like, "Are you taking photographs?" And he's like, "Well, yes, we're photographers." It's like, "Oh, you can't take photographs in here." And he's telling this to like probably one of the most well-regarded fine art photographers in the world, you know.
Right.
So, hey Helen, how's it going?
Hi.
Hi, Helen.
Hello.
Hi.
And number two,
Hello.
you got Braden joined us. Hi, Braden. He's saying hi to Helen. So, War Photographer. Have you guys seen War Photographers? Anybody seen that?
No, I hadn't even heard of that one.
Oh, War Photographer is great. You know, it's too bad we can't show, like, or maybe we can. I wonder if we could show trailers in there, you know.
I know
And
with extras you can.
well, I mean, I don't. But what about the copyright stuff? You know, like I have the trailer here. I can play the trailer. I need to try to find that out. Like, can I play the trailer because the copyright on a broadcasted hangout? I would think you could play the trailer. It's copyrighted. Well, anyways, War Photographer. It's about James Natchway and he's a war photographer.
Uh-huh.
And it just shows the work that he does, which is just mind-blowing.
Oh, wow.
And it's one of the best photography films of all time, I think. American Photography, A Century of Images. It's a wonderful, wonderful documentary about the history of photography. The True Meaning of Picture, Shelby Lee Adams, Appalachia. We talked about Shelby's work. The Genius of Photography, another great series on the history of photography. Alfred Stieglitz, The Eloquent Eye. Stieglitz was interesting. He, do you guys know much about Alfred Stieglitz, photographer?
I can admit, no, I don't. I've been slowly working my way to the modern era.
Yeah, he was perhaps even a greater curator than he was a photographer, although he was a wonderful photographer too.
Mm-hmm.
And he put together, you know, some of the earliest shows of photography back in New York. He ended up marrying Georgia O'Keeffe. But a wonderful photographer. But he was basically, you know, his main contribution, I think, even more than his own work, was curating all this work of other artists that he put together and really sort of created a, you know, an avenue for people to see other work. But W. Eugene Smith, Photography Made Difficult. Smith's an interesting guy. He was sort of crazy. The Andy Warhol, American Masters. It's a very interesting documentary on Warhol.
Mm-hmm.
An American Journey in Robert Frank's Footsteps. That's an interesting film. They kind of retrace Robert Frank's travels from when he made The Americans.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And they go to the places. They go to like there's a scene in one of the hotel rooms, the very hotel room where Robert Frank made one of his famous photographs, and they kind of look at what it looks like today and they compare what it looked like back then, and that's an interesting. Then there's Fur, The Imaginary Portrait of Diane Arbus. That was an interesting film. A little. Did anybody see that? A little out there. A little fantasy-ish, but that was interesting. Anyways, Helen, what are you up to today?
I should be asleep.
That's right. What time is it there? What do you mean tonight?
It's it's 1:45.
Gee, so you were up yesterday at like 3:30, and now you're up at 1:45. Have you slept at all?
Yeah, of course. I slept till 12. Are you kidding?
Till 12 midnight you slept?
I slept until 12 noon.
Or 12 noon. Gee, Helen, that's the life. I like that.
Yeah. Well, it was Sunday.
I can't sleep. I can't sleep in.
Yeah, me either.
If I try to sleep in, I just wake up.
Yeah,
Right.
my kids wouldn't put up with that.
All whirly bird on this. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's pull this up here.
Yeah, sleeping in for me is like 9 o'clock in the morning or something like that. I was up till almost 3 last night, and 9 a.m. I'm up.
Well, I gotta get up early tomorrow, so.
So Helen, you only have 12 photos from posts in your photos from posts. Why is that? You use albums more, I guess?
Yeah. I put them in like 3 albums.
Okay.
So these are your latest photos.
I love you all.
Aw, we love you too.
We
So
love you
cute.
too.
I like that. So this, Helen, was this the picture? This wasn't the picture you were talking about shooting yesterday, was it?
No, I haven't posted them yet.
Oh, what a great portrait this is.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like the depth of field on that.
This girl, it didn't matter how I posed her or shot her. She just, every time she came out beautiful.
He just has his eyes.
Yeah.
Just those
They're
people that
clear
have
and
those eyes.
blue and large. And
Yeah.
Helen, what did you process this photo in?
I was trying silver effects at the time.
Oh, Silver FX. Okay.
Yeah, and I liked it.
Wonderful. Did you do anything else, or did you just do it in Silver FX?
Well, no, I had already processed it with Lightroom, a little bit in Photoshop, and I had it in color. So I took the color shot to Silver effects.
It's wonderful. Look at those eyes.
Yeah.
She has amazing eyes.
Wonderful. And where is this, Helen?
This is at a beach in close to Athens. It's a
Wonderful.
long exposure.
How long is that?
This was another, I don't remember, probably like 30 seconds. This was another shot that I had already done in color, and I was experimenting with silver effects, and I liked it.
This was, does it say here? How long? 30 seconds. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Yeah.
Oops. Now, is this girl the same girl from before?
No, this is another girl. This is Sophia.
Sophia.
She's a very
Now, are these
strong-willed
pe-
girl.
Are these people that you know?
Yeah. They're friends or friends of friends, and yeah, the people I know.
Look at those stars.
That's a nice long exposure. Wow, that's cool.
Well, that's a lot of long exposures.
Yeah, it's a
lot of
stack.
30-second. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many frames did you use to make that photograph?
Oh, these aren't really that long. It could have been maybe an hour and a half to perhaps 2 hours.
2 hours, but how many actual frames did you use?
You're asking me questions. I have no idea.
I know. You took
I
so
just shot it.
200.
I was with friends on the beach at night and just kept shooting. And I just stopped. I didn't count
So
it.
you shot every 30 seconds?
Yeah, I just left it on auto.
Yeah.
I had the cable on and I locked it on and
Look at that reflection.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite shots, really, of hers that I've seen. Yeah.
This is my daughter, and she was leaning on the table. She put her head on the table, so I just rotated it.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah.
Great.
Like I said, I've seen that one before, but yeah, that's one of my favorites, I think. I'm a
love
sucker for
that.
people, you know.
Your portraits, the eyes are always so spectacular.
Yeah, aren't they? The
This
eyes?
one-
The eye. Oops.
So beautiful.
Yeah. This one, I was camping on a beach, mid-August, and I woke up before everybody else, and the sky was pink, and the sea was pink, so it was like 7 or something, 7:30. So I just had a swim, and then I sat on the beach and with my camera and took a few exposures.
Yeah,
All
like-
alone, on a beach with tents.
And how smooth
It was. It was an amazing. I'll never forget it. Same beach, my flip flops.
Wonderful. Look at the color on the dress. That's just great.
really pops off that background.
I like the staircase on this.
Isn't it?
That's Sophie again.
That's cool. Wow. That's great.
I'm kind of jealous. You have so many textures there to work with, just and on locations.
Don't you have textures everywhere?
What's that?
Because those stairs weren't old or anything; they were new.
I know, but still, everything around here, particularly, it's really difficult to get anything that's really got a lot of texture to it. You have to really fight for locations. And everything wants to be like Old West. It's really hard to find anything that's like very classical architecture. Get anything, along that kind of lines.
That's interesting. Well, hey guys, we were just going to run this an hour, and we're already over it. So, Mark, I see you just popped in with us, so sorry about that.
Ninja style.
Yeah. We just wanted to run we're sort of still testing out this Hangouts on air and this whatnot, so we just wanted to we didn't want to make one too long like we did the other day where I did a 4-hour one. So.
Right.
Are you going to put this on YouTube afterwards, or is this
Yeah,
just a
I am.
test?
No, I am. I'm going to put it up on YouTube, and then I'll put it in my photo stream. So, anyways, I'm trying to. I think I want to keep these sort of Hangouts, these broadcasted Hangouts, a lot of them, like not much longer than an hour, because I think that kind of overwhelms people when they're when they're 5 hours or something.
Well, nobody wants to sit down and watch a 4-hour or 5-hour.
Right.
thing.
But an hour is a little bit better. So, anyways, thanks to everybody for hanging out, and I'm going to end this broadcast now.
Okay.